Daisy wants to know, are you okay with a live stream commentaries?
Oh, I absolutely support it 100%. I think it's really important. I think that anybody who is against it doesn't really understand the benefits that come along with live commentary. And the amount of people that go into, let's say I see Jake Ward is live. I go, okay, let me see what he's talking about. And he's commentating East versus West. I'm like, oh, I didn't even know it was on. Where's the link? Oh, here it is. Great. I'm going to go buy the event. I would have missed it. Otherwise, I wouldn't have got my money. The amount of people you see in the chat that say, where's the link? I want to go and buy it. I want to see the event. It pushes, it promotes their events, and throughout the community, the people that are seeing it, it's like the more channels that are covering it, the more channels that are following it, the more exposure you're going to get for your event. If you're shutting that down, you are limiting yourself to one thing, and that is your own promotion. And with East versus West, I think they can promote a lot better than they have. I don't like the fact that they only have one place you can get their pay-per-view from. And I've bought pay-per-views from them after events because I work night shift and the event has happened. I wake up in the afternoon. I avoid all my social media stuff. I buy the event and it doesn't work for 6 or 7 hours. It won't work. And then eventually I'm guessing they're uploading the video file or something, but it's just frustrating. I think they can do things better that way. But in terms of having live commentary, I think it's so vital and so much of a tool, and people are doing that for free. They're promoting your event for free, and they're not showing your content. They're talking about it, and it's been in place for 40, 50 years. We used to have the Australian rules football here. In Australia, football, we call it. And a lot of people would prefer to listen to the radio commentators than listen to the guys commentating on TV. And so they'd mute the TV and they'd put the radio on. And it's the same thing. Like maybe I want to listen to Jake's commentary rather than whoever's commentating the event. And I'll mute the event and I'll listen to Jake. So there's so many benefits to it. One thing is, if you've got a big sports organization that is following your event or commentating in your event, let's say ESPN was doing a live commentary on East versus West, I don't think East versus West would reach out and go, hey, we don't want you doing that. It's like, you know what I mean? It's like that exposure that's there is enormous. And it's like, that helps you so much. And it's exactly the same from the grassroots level. I mean, in terms of where arm wrestling is as a niche sport at this level, Jake is, the ESPN. Like you've got, in terms of comparative levels of journalism or coverage of media, the people who have YouTube channels with 100,000 subscribers, 50,000 subscribers, they are your New York Post, they are your ESPN, they are your big coverage places. And if you're going to eliminate them from being able to cover your event, well, guess what? You just lost a ton of people that were potentially going to see your event that wouldn't have otherwise. I think you hit the nail on the head, Pete, as well. With if the production was of a level that was high enough, then people would never go. Like if I'm watching UFC, I'm going to watch UFC. I'm not going to go to YouTube and watch somebody watching the UFC and commentating on it. You know what I mean? Because the level of production, the event is of that high status that it would never even cross my mind. So one organization will grow and will stand out, and it will be in the next few years. Yeah, I think it's good to hear it from the fans, from the community, and you find the best organizations are the ones that have come through from grassroots, and they are the guys running the clubs. They are the ones that are on the tables every week with the community and talking about arm wrestling in groups, in the social media world, and finding out and keeping their finger on the pulse as to what do people want, and then actually listening. Because if you're telling, if you're demanding and say, hey, this is what we're doing, and too bad if you don't like it, that's where people get turned off. But if you are, hey, like for our feedback that we got for our event, a lot of people not happy with the time that it took to set the guys up, to start the match. And it's like, okay, we hear what you're saying, and we're gonna speed that up for the next event, and we listen to what people have to say. And it's like, rather than too bad, that's how it is, we're just going to run with it. get used to it or whatever. It's like, no, we agree with you. That's fine. That's something we can fix, and we will listen to the community and do that and make the changes and implement them. Yeah, it's one of those things that coming down from the top, if you're not listening to your fans, they are the ones that are supporting your event.